6 from the Fide Candidates Tournament, guys, and we are going to kick things off with the main event of the day. This beautiful game played by none other than Sindarov himself with the black pieces versus Wei Yi with the white pieces, guys. We're going to hop straight into it, okay? Wei Yi, he opens up with the move e4. Sindarov responds with the move e5. Wei Yi plays the move knight to c3. Sindarov plays the move knight to c6. We got bishop to c4. Wei Yi is developing his light square bishop, and then Sindarov plays this move knight to f6. White plays the move d3. We got knight to a5. I was very surprised to see Sindarov decentralize his knight going after white's bad bishop. It's white bad's bishop because he's got all these pawns on light squares, but it is Sindarov. I am sure he is well within his prep. And then Wei Yi responds with this move a3. I was very surprised to see that too. I even checked the engine on the a3 move. It was nowhere in the computer recommended moves, but that's what Wei Yi played. And then knight captures on c4. Of course, pawn captures back. Black plays the move bishop to c5, developing his dark square bishop. Then white plays the move knight to f3. Black plays the move d6, followed by queen to d3. And then black develops his light square bishop to e6, and then white plays the move bishop to g5, pinning black's knight to his queen. Black then responds to the move a5. Excellent positional chess by Sindarov. He's been playing excellent positional chess all tournament long. White then jumps into that beautiful outpost square with his knight, and then black, of course, cannot let that knight sit there, so he plays the move c6. White immediately captures on f6. G-pawn captures back, bishop backs up to h4, and then black takes over the semi-open file with the move rook to g8. White then plays the move castle, and if you guys notice, Wei Yi now has king safety, and black's king is still in the center of the board. Black then plays the move a4, followed by b4, a-pawn cuts, c-pawn cuts, and then he plays the move bishop to g4. Not the best move according to the engine. White then plays the move b4, asking dark square bishop a question. Black cuts on f3, the queen cuts on f3, and instead of moving backwards, of course, Sindarov is going to go forward with bishop to d4. And immediately, guys, in this position, I quickly sent out a post. I said, Wei Yi has the advantage out the opening. But of course, Sindarov is going to fight back. Let's see if Wei Yi could do anything with the slight advantage that he has. What advantage that he has? His king is safe. King is still in the center of the board. White pieces are more developed. He's got his rooks looking at each other and protecting each other. Black rook is hanging here. The rooks are not looking at each other, and his queen is still on d8. So let's see if Wei Yi could do something to actually capitalize off of the slight opening advantage that he has. As you can see, even black has this bad bishop, all these pawns on dark squares. White was able to trade off black's good bishop. So white has some play here. White has some chances. Let's see what he could do with it. And as soon as I sent out that post, Wei Yi makes this move. Bishop captures f6, slowly but surely giving the game back to black. Can you believe it? He has some chances in this game, and of course he is not going to capitalize on them after bishop to f6. He's basically saying, you can't take my rook because I'm looking at your queen. The queen moves forward. White then plays the move rook to d1. That's the move he should have played anyway instead of picking up that pawn. Black then makes the move queen to e6, bringing his queen to the center of the board, and then white plays this move h3. He should have played the move h4, and when the bishop is eventually attacked by the rook, then he would have had a beautiful g5 square to sit his bishop on, but that's not what he played. He played the move h3, which again is slowly but surely giving the advantage back to black. Black plays the move queen captures c4, not the #1 computer recommended move, but at least he got his material back. White then plays the move rook to d3. Terrible move according to the engine. For several moves in a row, the engine wants white to trade this rook here for this bishop and then pick up this pawn, but Wei Yi did not play that line at all. Black then plays the move queen to e6. Wei Yi plays the move rook at f to d1, but again, the engine wanted the rook to capture this bishop here. Pawn captures back, and then this bishop picks this pawn back. That is the line that the computer wanted Wei Yi to play, but he did not play that line at all. Black then plays the move rook to g6. Like I said, eventually he's going to ask that bishop a question. If the pawn was here, the bishop could have gone to g5, but the pawn is on h3, so the bishop has to retreat to h4, which is a mistake. Again, instead of retreating the bishop back to h4, the computer wanted the rook to take here. Pawn takes, and then bishop picked the pawn back up on d4. But again, Wei Yi did not play that. Instead, he put his bishop on h4. Black responds with the move king to f8. Like I said, guys, his king was not safe out the opening, so this is a miss. He's supposed to play the move c5, but Sindarov is thinking king safety first. So white is going to make the move queen to h5, and then Sindarov is going to make the move king to g8. He wanted his king on a more safe square before he played the move c5, and that's why White's going to play king h1. And finally, Sindarov is going to play the move c5 and basically win the game. That's a winning move, and you guys are going to see how the game unfolds. After c5, White plays the move f4. The e-pawn takes f4, then he plays queen to f3. Black is supposed to now play bishop to e5, but instead he plays the move rook to e8, and literally as soon as he made this move, I sent out a post. I said, Sindarov is literally just toying with Wei Yi. He's just having a good time. He's just trying to make it a game. He's just having fun. Sometimes I feel like Sindarov plays to the level of competition. If he needs to be as accurate as a machine, he'll be as accurate as a machine. But when he's just killing him and he's outplaying his opponents, he just kind of plays what he wants. So I said, Sindarov is toying with Wei Yi. He's just having fun. He doesn't have to be as accurate as possible right now. He plays rook to e1, but I'm like, he's going to crush Wei Yi. He's just playing around. He plays the move rook to e, and I really feel that way because I think he's just toying with these guys to have a good game. He plays the move rook to e8. White responds with bishop to f2. He cuts on f2. Queen cuts on f2. And then we get the beautiful move. Queen takes e4. Now Sindarov is up 2 pawns. Wei Yi tries to get his material back, and he plays this blunder of a move. Rook captures d6. That's a blunder because what's going to happen is Black is going to take your rook back. And then once you take back, Black is going to find this beautiful move, queen at e3. Wei Yi put his queen on f4. And now we are going to walk these pawns up. And guess what? There is nothing that you can do to stop it. After the move c4, White plays the move queen to g4 check. We're going to move our king to safety, queen to f8, and then White plays the move rook to d1. Black is just going to simply walk these pawns up with the move c3. White plays the move queen to g5, f3, forcing the white queen to cut on f3. But then after the rook cuts, White is just simply forced to resign, because how are you going to stop one of these pawns from converting? The truth is that you absolutely cannot, and that is why the e-bow bar is winning by 8 full points for Black. What you're going to do, even if you would have played the most computer accurate moves after king to g1, Black plays the move c2, White plays the move rook to c1, Black plays the move rook to e2, White plays the move g captures f, and then Black plays this beautiful move rook to d2. White plays the move rook captures c2, then rook captures back, and Black is just won here. So there was nothing at all that he could do, and as a result of this game, guys, we see that Wei Yi, he's just a king of blundering. He just blundered. He just blunders. He blundered in round 3 against Fabi when he blundered out the opening. He blundered against Hikaru when he blundered in the endgame, but Hikaru was still not able to win the game. And then he blunders here with the move rook captures d6. This is a blunder of a move. Why? Because now you are going to lose your rooks, and the game, and you guys already know how the game go. We're just going to push these pawns up, and there will be nothing that you can do about it, because Black is going to queen and White is therefore forced to resign. What a beautiful game by Sindarov himself, guys. This is round 6. At the result of round 6, Sindarov is clearly leading this tournament. Every other game today ended in a draw. Let me go over the standings with you guys really, really quick so that you guys can know where everybody stands in this tournament. As a result of round 6, Sindarov put a spanking on Wei Yi, and he finishes round 6 5.5 out of 6 points, which apparently has never done before. He's literally making history in real time. Fabiano is second to Sindarov as a result of round 6. As his game drew against Esipenko, you could tell this endgame here, Fabi was really, really trying to get some type of advantage in this endgame, but unfortunately, even up a pawn, the game was just a drawn game. There was nothing he could do. He really, really tried to play for a win, because I'm sure Fabi doesn't want to fall too far behind Sindarov. But as a result of round 6, Fabi is behind Sindarov by 1.5 points. Anish Giri and Bluebaum drew, but we seen that coming, right? I just cannot get out of my head the round 4 performance that I seen Bluebaum put on against Pragg when he literally just traded all the pieces off every opportunity that he had. So I just know he's just looking to draw. So this was no surprise to me. And then Anish Giri, everybody calls him Draw Anish Giri, and that's probably for a reason. So that was, this game result was no surprise to me. And then in this game between Hikaru and Pragg, they drew as well. It looked to me like Hikaru didn't have much fight in him, but his position wasn't better. He lost his castling privileges. You know, his position wasn't that great against Pragg, but I was surprised to see Pragg to accept the draw against Hikaru, because Pragg is a little bit better in the standings, and he actually has something to play for. Now, Hikaru, he just got to accept that he's on vacation. His shot at winning this tournament is 0 to none. So guys, that is the result at the end of round 6. We got Sindarov in first place with 5.5 out of 6. We got Fabiano in second place with 4 out of 6, and he's trying to catch Sindarov. I do not imagine that Sindarov will win all of his next 8 games. I don't imagine that he will lose, but he will at least draw. At least he won't go 8-0. 3-0 to finish this tournament. He's gonna have to at least draw one, and the only guy that I see who could actually beat Sindarov in this tournament is Fabi, and Fabi will see him again. So if Sindarov gets at least one more draw and Fabi is able to beat Sindarov and Fabi is able to win more games, he could probably catch Sindarov. But other than that, guys, everyone else, I don't see it for them. Anish Giri and Pragg finishes round 3 with 3 points, so they're in third place there. Anish and Pragg, let's see what they could do. But there are two clear favorites to win this tournament. It's going to be between Sindarov and Fabiano, and you better believe that they will see each other again in the second half of this tournament, and I will be tuned in. Thank you so much for taking a look at this recap video with me. If you have not already, please take a second to subscribe to the channel. We are at 397 subscribers so far, guys. I'm trying to get to at least 500 subscribers by the conclusion of the Fide candidates tournament, guys. I will see you in round 7. Talk soon.